Sup fools, it's your boy Hightower, and I'm here to bring you a brand new series on the LP community channel called Why You Should Play. You can already probably guess what it is. It's videos in which I'm going to talk about a game I really like and tell you why you should play it. And to start off with, I'm going to talk about the amazing Xbox One exclusive Sunset Overdrive. So let's take a second to ignore that it's free with Games with Gold. I mean, that's reason enough to at least download it. Maybe consider this a primer then. Either way, I'm making this video because I want to wax lyrical about what was unquestionably one of the best games of 2014. Sunset Overdrive takes you to the year 2027 as energy drink conglomerate Fizco launch a new product known as Overdrive in Sunset City. The problem is Overdrive causes a little more than vomiting and diabetes to its consumer. It twists them into horrible mutants bent on tearing the city and its citizens apart in search of more of Fizco's poisonous concoction. In case you haven't already gathered from the footage, Sunset Overdrive is anything but your average apocalypse experience. Insomniac's vision for this game was clear. This isn't the apocalypse, it's the awesome apocalypse. Despite the fact that it's overrun with the horrific OD, Sunset City might be one of the most beautiful worlds you'll ever see. It's bright, colourful, and the game's traversal systems make it a breeze to see it all. You can run across walls, bounce off cars, parasols, bushes, and nearly anything else as you grind rails and wires Tony Hawk style. It all comes together to produce a system that makes simply moving around the world an unbelievably fun experience. You want to know how goddamn fun this system is? Well, here's a small fact about me. I hate collectibles in games. I see them as nothing more than pointless, stupid things I need to collect for achievements. And Sunset Overdrive has a boatload of collectibles, from dirty sneakers hanging off rails, toilet paper, and neon signs. It's a bit of a weird collection, sure. But the point is that I went around and collected everything. Why? Because just travelling around Sunset City is fun. Just bouncing off cars, grinding rails, running across walls, and shooting stuff. It's really, really fun, you guys. So let's move away from the traversal systems and talk combat. There's a huge emphasis on moving and shooting at the same time. Stay on the ground too long and the OD will quickly overwhelm and kill you. And sure, dying can be pretty forgiving. You get these funny respawn animations and you drop back into the game like nothing happened. But you don't want to die. That's kind of a thing you don't really want to do in games unless you're playing Murky in Heroes of the Storm. But that's a different story. Anyway, back to the gunplay. Aiming is fairly simple. Just look somewhere near targets and an auto aim will kick in. That way you can split your focus between movement and shooting. When it comes to shooting, you have an incredibly varied arsenal at your disposal too. The first gun you'll find is the Flaming Compensator. It's basically a cock and ball shaped shotgun, and it fires Dragon Breath style rounds that ignite anyone who gets caught by it. Other weapons include the TN Teddy, which fires weaponized explosive teddy bears, or how about the Dude, which fires high speed bowling balls at your enemies. The point is that the weapons are incredibly varied and there's a ton of characters to each one, which means that no two weapons are really the same. You can also modify your weapons and movement with a variety of amps. Amps can give weapons ridiculous abilities like getting more money when you shoot enemies, causing nearby enemies to be frozen, or how about a small chance of a nuclear explosion? The amps empower your characters with damage dealing abilities that tie into your movements and habits. Are you someone that bounces on objects a lot during combat? There's an amp for that. Do you like slamming down on enemies and entering a flurry of melee attacks? There's an amp for that. The amps allow you to tune so many buffs and abilities that reward your playstyle by making it more powerful. How about an announcer that praises your skills as you play through the game? There's an amp for that.
That was cray!
The story of Sunset Overdrive features your unnamed protagonist searching for a way to escape from Sunset City. In the aftermath of what becomes known as Horror Night, Fizco has sealed off the city and are running serious damage control. Your quest for freedom will find you working with a variety of groups, my personal favourites being the Fargathians. I don't even know if I've said that right, but whatever. The Fargathians are a group of hardcore LARPers suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder in the wake of Horror Night, and they see the apocalypse as just another LARPing experience. The story itself is frequently silly, it's always over the top, and it's consistently self-aware. One mission in particular still stands out as one of my favourite missions in the game. The player is tasked with forging a new sword. Using some random trophies and a little bit of nuclear power, you'll find yourself in possession of a sword that releases fireballs and lightning with every swing. And the mission ends with you gathering 99 robot souls to truly empower the sword. It's nuts, and your character is gleefully loving every second of it, naming the sword Excalibur.
Did you douse the sword? In blood? Also in water.
Okay, so next is sharpening, fitting a hilt, maybe even some detailing.
No! It's perfect. I dub thee Excanimune!
Another mission has you using pyrotechnic traps to roast pigeons for food to feed a sick king. And what's better is they give you a killer insect type announcer calling out all of your pigeon combos.
New mono ultra microscopic silical volcano psychedelic Niosis supreme maximum ultra combo. Ah, fuck, I forgot to say pigeon.
There's also a co-op multiplayer experience in the form of Chaos Squad. Up to 8 players take part in a series of minigames such as collecting floating numbers, completing a series of challenges while killing OD, among many other different types. This all culminates in a base defense finale in which the Chaos Squad fight off waves of OD to protect their base. It's a blast with friends, but it can become a bit messy. There's a lot of things exploding, it can become kind of hard to see what you're doing. It's kind of ironic really that Chaos Squad can be a bit too chaotic at times, but nonetheless it's still a really fun experience. Sunset Overdrive was unquestionably my favourite game of 2014, and this was a year where we had games such as Wolfenstein: The New Order, Forza Horizon 2 or even Shadow of Mordor. It's easily one of the best Xbox One games and it's free until May 15th of 2016. If you haven't downloaded it yet, go do that. Now, why are you still listening to me? Why are you still watching this video? It's free, it's fantastic, it's one of the best games you'll ever get on Games with Gold since Rayman Legends. So thank you very much for watching the video. Hopefully you'll go download Sunset Overdrive for yourself. It's only available on Xbox One, and as I've mentioned, it's free until May 15th through Games with Gold if you have an Xbox Live Gold subscription. And otherwise, why don't you subscribe to the channel and maybe send me a message to tell me how amazing this video is and how awesome I am, and you know.
Brill Cream is in a garbage truck, but they didn't know where.
Garbage truck, huh? The whole garbage system is automated. The trucks are equipped with GPS transmitters. If you come back to our base, I might be able to figure out a way to track it down.
Okay, cool. I'm on my way. Wait, how do we communicate with Sam when neither of us is holding a phone?
You know, technology.
Technology.
Let's not complicate things by poking holes in the way we deliver the story, okay?
Oh, okay then. I'm gonna go back to the base and be magically gone by the time you have control.
Fine by me. That's not weird at all.